The Hubble telescope, one of mankind's greatest achievements. It can take pictures from faraway galaxies and even pictures of the Earth. Actually, it has never taken a picture of the Earth. It begs the question, with all the people that landed on the moon with cameras, why didn't one of them take a 360-degree panoramic view of the moon? Getting back to the Earth, no worries. NASA and mainstream scientists have produced at least 8 photos of the Earth, as you can see here. We're going to come back to this just in a short bit because we're going to compare 2 of these to see how they match up to reality. Now this one here is so bad that I can't believe people will still believe anything from NASA after seeing this. We're going to slow this down and take a look at this, but this is supposedly shot from 1 million miles away between the Earth and the Sun, with the moon passing in front. We're not going to show the idiocy of the moon. We're just going to look at the Earth, as that is the subject of this video. Let's take a look at how much time elapses here. Let's slow it down just a little bit. Now there are 2 areas I'd like you to pay attention to. First is this hot spot right in the middle of the Earth, which seems logical since a ball should have a hot spot on it where the center of the ball is reflecting most of the light back to the camera in this case. And the second area is this spot right here where the clouds make this kind of funny little shape with 2 little circles in the middle of white clouds there. Now I want you to think about how fast clouds change overhead. You can see totally different patterns in the sky in just 20 or 30 minutes. But here we're going to look at hours going by, and yet the clouds do not change whatsoever. At the beginning part of our animation, I have put a line north-south through the center of the hotspot. This is where we're going to start the animation. This means it's just off the California coast, so it's about 1 to 2 p.m. on the west coast of the United States when this is being done. Now we can see the hotspot is right about where Hawaii would be, maybe even a little bit further west than that. We see up here that California is well beyond the hotspot, so it's probably 5, 6 o'clock, maybe even later. In any case, let's just say 4 hours has gone by. Let's zoom in now and take a look at that cloud formation that we had before and see how it compares. So here's the Earth, 4 hours at least after the first shot that we took. Notice the spot we've been looking at, and let's compare it now to the other one. They are identical.
Identical.
4 hours, no changes in the clouds. I suggest you look this animation up and you'll see that none of the clouds anywhere on the Earth change in many hours. I could have actually run this a few more hours, but the moon would have been out of the way, and I wanted to show that for the timestamp. But let's get back to our original Earth problem. Now we're going to quickly compare the 2007 and 2012 official NASA pictures of the Earth and see what is different. Now you can see with all these pictures there's different hues and colors and things like that to the land masses. We're not going to argue any of that because people will come up with stupid excuses. But what you can't argue is that there is always ratio and proportion. It doesn't matter if one was taken closer than the last time or further away. Ratio and proportion will always hold the scrutiny through mathematics. So let's take a look at these 2 and see how they compare. I took this portion of Baja California and cut it out. That was my measuring tool. The reason why I use Baja California is because it is clearly visible and near the center of the pictures on both 2007 and 2012. I then took a line and measured it from the southern part of Florida over to the highest mountain range that is visible in both photographs in Mexico. I then laid out each one of the Baja Californias across to see how many it would take to go from the western edge of Florida to the eastern edge of Mexico. And I had each one touch each other as they went across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Baja California widths at that part of Baja California it took to get to the coast of Mexico. Here I took the exact same part of Baja California, laid it side by side to see how many it would take to span the Gulf of Mexico. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oops, they don't match. 11 to 9, and they must match. It doesn't matter if I stretch and skew this and paint, whatever. They're still going to be the same ratio going across. This is a problem. You have been lied to. Take care.